Why you avoid people more as you age, and why it's okay. Why don't you enjoy being around people like you used to? If that question stirred something in you, you're not alone. Many people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s find themselves pulling away from social circles they once cherished. It's not that they've stopped caring. It's not that they've become cold or bitter. It's that something deep inside has changed. And more often than not, that change is born from wisdom, not weakness. In this video, we're exploring 6 powerful reasons why you may be avoiding people now, even if you were once the life of the party. These aren't surface-level observations. Each one reflects something real, something many older adults have experienced, even if they rarely talk about it. Some reasons may surprise you, others might hit close to home. But one thing is certain. By the end of this video, you'll understand yourself better and maybe even forgive yourself a little more for needing space. So, stay tuned, because you may realize that stepping back isn't something to be ashamed of. In fact, it might be one of the healthiest, wisest things you've done for yourself. Let's begin. Number 1. The weight of past betrayals. As time passes, we gather more than just memories. We collect bruises. Some are easy to forget, a disagreement here, a misunderstanding there, but others leave deeper marks. Betrayals, rejections, moments when we opened our hearts only to have them dismissed or misused. Take Eleanor, an 81-year-old woman who once hosted dinner parties every weekend. She loved laughter, music, and having her house filled with people. But over the years, things changed. Friends drifted. One betrayed a confidence. Another disappeared when her husband passed away. It wasn't one big heartbreak. It was the steady drip of small disappointments. Now, she chooses solitude more often than company. Not because she hates people, but because she values peace more than pretense. Number 2, the craving for peace over small talk. In younger years, you may have tolerated chatter that led nowhere. Conversations filled with pleasantries, gossip, or talk just for the sake of noise. But as you grow older, that tolerance starts to thin. Take Harold, a 76-year-old man who used to work in sales. He was charming, outgoing, and knew how to make conversation with anyone. But now, he avoids events that require endless mingling. He no longer attends large family functions unless he feels truly up to it. When asked why, he simply says, "I'm tired of talking just to talk." Number 3, the feeling that people don't understand you anymore. There comes a moment when you realize the world has changed, and so have you. The slang is different. The values are different. The speed of conversations and relationships feels almost dizzying. Take Marie, a 79-year-old retired school teacher. She used to love sitting with younger relatives, sharing stories from her life. But nowadays, she says they barely ask questions. When she speaks, they nod politely and check their phones. It's not malicious. It's just a disconnect. And over time, that gap begins to feel like a canyon. Number 4, the fear of becoming a burden. There's a quiet fear that begins to settle in, not of illness or even death, but of becoming a burden. You don't want to interrupt someone's busy day. You don't want to ask for help, even when you need it. And so, you stay silent. You stay home. You stay distant. Take Frank, an 84-year-old widower who used to spend weekends with his daughter's family. As his mobility declined, he found himself declining their invitations more often. When asked why, he said, "I don't want them rearranging their lives around me." Number 5, the quiet ending of old connections. Some relationships don't end with fights or farewells. They simply fade. People grow in different directions. Priorities shift. Life pulls you apart in slow, almost unnoticeable ways. Take Ruth, a 73-year-old woman who used to take weekly walks with her best friend from high school. Over time, those walks became monthly, then yearly, then not at all. There wasn't a fight, just a quiet realization that they no longer had much to say. Number 6, the joy of your own company. At some point, you stop seeking crowds and start savoring solitude. Not out of loneliness, but because you've discovered something too many people never learn. Your own company is enough. Take Gerald, an 82-year-old man who once lived for the social buzz. His house was the gathering spot, his voice the loudest in the room. But in recent years, he finds more joy watching birds from his porch than hosting parties. When asked if he gets lonely, he smiles and says, "I've got enough stories in my head to keep me company for days." Final thoughts. So, what spoke to you the most today? Which of these 6 reasons felt familiar? Maybe it was the quiet end of old connections, or perhaps it was the realization that your craving for peace is no longer something you need to explain. Whatever it was, I hope this video reminded you of one important truth. You're not broken. You're becoming. Avoiding people doesn't mean you're bitter or antisocial. It might mean you're wiser. You've lived through decades of experience, and those years have earned you the right to be selective, to guard your peace, to honor your own pace. If you've been drifting away from people, ask yourself why. You might find that what you've been seeking isn't absence, it's alignment. And let this video be a reminder, even in your stillness, you are seen. Even in your quiet, you are heard. Even in your solitude, you are never truly alone. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Your support helps us continue creating content that informs and inspires.